I'm not new to the Sennheiser HD600, 650, 6XX, whatever it is you want to call it. I bought my pair of them along with a selection of cans from the likes of Beyerdynamic, AKG, Odyssey, and Audio-Technica back in late 2013 when I was working on a review of some other audiophile headphones, and I realized that I lacked the context to discuss their place in the market. Anyway, while I was able to achieve the context I desired, for one reason or another, I never actually got around to reviewing any of those contextual headphones. In the case of the Sennheiser HD600 specifically, it was because, while I loved them and they became my still to this day daily driver about a year later, their very, very similar replacement, the HD650s, already existed, and I wasn't going to run out and drop another $400 on the same damn product so that I could make a video that would already be 10 years past its best before date. But there's good news! Massdrop is in the house with their Sennheiser HD6XX Massdrop Edition, aka the excuse to have Brandon shoot 7 minutes of gorgeous B-roll of a 20-year-old product that I think is awesome, not to mention, spoiler alert, an unbelievable value. Corsair's ML fans feature magnetic levitation technology and custom-engineered rotors to provide a high-performance, low-noise experience. Learn more at the link in the video description. So let's kick this off with what exactly makes the Sennheiser HD6XX a Massdrop Edition product. Not much. Compared to the HD650, it features a shorter cord that terminates in a 3.5mm jack instead of a 1/4-inch jack. Oh, there's an adapter to 1/4-inch if you want. And the plastic color scheme has been changed from a speckled gray to a really dark, almost black, matte blue that feels a little cheap, IMO. And that's it. They're matte blue HD650s with a 50-inch cable and a smaller connector on the end. And oh, right, wait for it. This is where I dropped the big change, the bomb. They've got a cheaper black and white packaging. I've got my confirmation from Sennheiser directly that unlike previous Massdrop Edition products like the K7XX, nothing has been altered acoustically. So then, for the uninitiated, what are the HD650s and why should you care? They are, along with their close siblings, the HD600 and HD580, one of the most famous audiophile headphones in the world, whose performance has been chased by other manufacturers at this price point since the release of the original over 20 years ago in 1993, and whose sound signature, I would say even more so than the flagship HD800 series, is identifiable as the Sennheiser sound, since from my experience, it bears more similarity to the company's lower-end products, just better. So that is to say they're not accurate in the same sense that a studio monitor might be accurate. They don't have a totally flat frequency response curve. But this is by design to make them less fatiguing and more natural sounding on human ears where they're intended to be worn. And they don't make the mistake that many mainstream headphones do today of overdoing the bass at the expense of the clarity of everything else because that's what sells to millennials. They sound great whether you listen to them out of the box or tune the EQ because you do like a little bit more thump. On the subject of out of the box, the included cables are replaceable, so you can go bananas replacing them and you can run out and buy a shit audio Valhalla 2 headphone amplifier. But in spite of their 300 ohm impedance, they also destroy just about anything else at this price point running off of an iPhone. So just because you don't have additional budget for an amp today, doesn't mean I would stay away from them. With that said though, even fans of the HD600 series don't believe that they are perfect. They are not a fashion statement, and are definitely part of the reason that the original monster Beats by Dre was able to storm onto the personal audio scene in 2008 by not looking stupid, even though they didn't work without a battery in them, suffered from subpar build quality, and sounded like thumpy ass. But at least the HD600 series is comfortable. clamping pressure out of the box might be a little tighter than some would like, and the ear cup foam isn't the softest memory foam known to man or anything like that. That award is reserved for the Bose QC35s. But they break in very nicely over time to the point where it's easy for me to forget that I'm wearing mine entirely. But a part of that too, I think, is the open-backed design of the HD600 series. The benefit of this is the natural sound of the music, movies, or games that you're listening to, with the drawback being, though, that ambient noise can be disruptive and, well, let's just say I wouldn't flip on some really loud, angry porn with your mom in the next room. Because everyone around you knows exactly what you're listening to. Which leads me then pretty well into a conclusion that is both obvious and very difficult for me to write. On the one hand, I feel the need to defend myself from the incoming barrage of comments criticizing me for giving a positive review to a product available exclusively from one of our sponsors. But on the other hand, I can use literally any headphone I want. I literally have more than one shelf of headphones and headsets, ranging anywhere from $50 to over $1,000. And these, or ones almost exactly like them, are the ones on my desk at home. So for some of you, that won't be enough. And that's fine. Linus, shield tips, whatever. For the rest of you, go grab some HD6XXs, assuming there are any left. The $350 that I paid secondhand felt like a good deal already. $200 brand new is an absolutely unreal value for these. Enjoy. Today in front of me, I've got the bloody gaming peripheral lineup from A4 Tech. They sent us a bunch of their products. Their G500 gaming headset, which has got 40mm drivers and inline mic and is $39.99 on Newegg for a limited time. Their B720 keyboard, which is a full layout keyboard that comes with 8 silicone keycaps, as well as an extended palm rest. Their ZL50 mouse is driver-free and comes with an Avago 9800 sensor. And their B070 is a smooth surface mouse pad that, it's getting it all over! You can see this and more over at Newegg at the link in the video description for a limited time. So thanks for watching, guys. If this video sucked, you know what to do. But if it was awesome, get subscribed, hit that like button, or check out the link to where to buy the stuff we featured at Amazon. I'm just kidding, it's not at Amazon. Mass drop in the video description. Also linked in the description is our merch store, which has cool shirts like this one, and our community forum, which you should totally join. Now that you're done doing all that stuff, you're probably wondering what to watch next, so click that little button in the top right to check out our latest video over on Channels Super Fun.